Well, here we are at Sunnyside Gardens, and who doesn't know Sunnyside Gardens? It's been here for a very, very long time. And when I pass this place, I can't help but feel, as I drive by, boy, they do love work. You know, when you think of the beautiful bouquets that are delivered to people and, you know, the flowers out in the yard, and it just fills my heart. I call it love work. I'd like to introduce to you, I know many of you know her already, Claire Richardson. And Claire, flowers are so special. They're almost like friends, aren't they?
Yeah,
Favorite flowers, colors, memories. When you think of it, you know, my son just gave me a beautiful bouquet for Easter, and oh, it just puts a smile in my heart, you know, all these beautiful yellow spring flowers and just so beautiful. And so now, what are we doing now?
I'm making a tall, showy arrangement. It's going to be going in a foyer of a house, so they wanted it tall and showy. So I'm starting out with the basic mechanics of the greens to hold the flowers in. And then I usually start with my spiky flowers to help get the structure. And then I fill in with the more fluffy, shorter stems.
Oh, so pretty.
Yep. Springy and happy vase arrangement is what they were looking for. To welcome people into their house.
Yes, yes. Are certain flowers colors more popular than others? Or I suppose it all depends what the occasion is, what color you would choose, right?
Yes, yes. We usually try to ask our customers if they have color preference or least favorite colors, you know. So a lot of people will, when you start asking those questions, they'll opt out of a few colors. And some people, if it's, you know, a springy arrangement, tend to not want reds or oranges or, you know, as vibrant colors. But we try to ask those questions before we start arranging. And,
Beautiful. Think of the joy that people have when they receive a bouquet, you know, and and you're an artist. Yeah, I know you're good.
It is, yeah.
Now, what are the names of all these flowers? Why don't we?
So I'm adding some roses. I've got a hydrangea here.
Okay.
The white, the alstroemeria, kind of looks like butterflies when it opens up. Stock is the purple. It almost looks like a lilac. Very fragrant. And that's as far as I've got right now. I'm going to be adding a few more varieties just for some color.
What should the person who receives this, how can you keep flowers to last longer?
So we recommend changing the water, if not every day, then at least every other day after you get the arrangement. That helps to cut down on any bacterial growth in the water, and the flower stems stay much happier. You should get quite a few more days of, you know, happy, healthy flowers versus not changing them.
I have trimmed the stems. You know, if I see them drying up.
Yes, retrimming the stems in a fresh water, nice cold water.
Yes, yes.
And it does make a difference.
Oh, so lovely. I don't know how you keep all these flowers in stock with all the business you do.
Well, we do.
You must have a secret place out there somewhere in the back.
We do a good inventory. You know, all the staff that works here can kind of do a glance over as we near the end of the day, and we can tell, we all collaborate of what sells quickest.
So every day you must have flowers delivered,
Pretty
right?
much every day we have things delivered, or
Yeah.
if we're getting close to it, we'll do it every other day if we seem like we can last another day with certain things.
Yeah.
But this time of year, pretty much every day we have deliveries.
Do you
between
grow
vases.
any of your own flowers?
In the summer, we plant a front garden, and we've grown zinnias, sunflowers,
I love zinnias.
bachelor
Oh,
buttons,
yeah.
the amaranth, sometimes some dusty miller. So we do grow some, not a huge amount, but enough to use in our vases. It's fun, and it also looks pretty out front. So whatever we don't cut, we enjoy and have as our show garden.
When you think of how many customers that have come in here for years and years, you know, Mary Howard, everybody knew Bob, you know, and I saw Mary today out in the yard. It was so nice to see her. And, oh, now what are you going to do with that?
This is just adding a little structure going up because the base is so tall, so we want to continue that, you know, the eye going upwards.
I see.
Balances it. And they last a while too, so that's a horsetail, equisetum. It's very
Okay.
different.
Yes. I told you she was creative.
Yeah, we just finished the Easter rush
I
here.
can't believe how busy you must have been.
It was busy. It was fun.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful spring
Because
plants.
this is artwork to you.
Yes.
It
yes.
is. It is.
Like all of us who work here have an artistic eye, so it
I
makes
think
for
so.
a good team.
I think so. Now, do you have people deliver the flowers? Do you have certain drivers? or-
Yes, we have one regular driver,
Mhm.
and he's pretty flexible most days of the week, as well as Saturdays are his normal day.
Mhm.
And then we have a couple other backup drivers, all local people who live in town, and they jump in and help any holiday needed with a little bit of notice. So they're familiar faces to a lot of the people who get
Oh,
flowers too. So
I'm telling you, they
it's
must
kind
be.
kind of neat. But yeah, they're very helpful. Big part of the business is
Oh,
getting the flowers
yes.
to people.
Yes, yes.
And with Mother's Day coming up, we
Mhm.
have a lot of our
I
backup
bet the
drivers.
orders are coming in already.
Yes, they are.
Mhm.
So we do always appreciate ordering or early, but we're a pretty well-run machine here, and we're used to people calling last minute, so we can usually help anybody.
That's interesting how she turned the leaf over.
Yep,
And yes,
I can
and
show you how I'm
folded
doing
it.
that.
See? Yeah.
Just a little wire to hold the leaf down, just to add a little bit of whimsy. A lot of the ladies do this in the flower shows. They'll use these leaves in this sort of fashion just to get a little whimsy to their piece.
I know the flower show in Boston is always a big event.
Yes.
When I lived there in Boston, I used to go to it. And do you go to it?
I have, yes. I've done a few of the shows, but not for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a big commitment, and anyone who can do that is amazing.
Oh, now what's this?
So this is a Cymbidium orchid stem. And just place that just to play along with the grasses up top to continue our
That gives it
sort of
height,
upward
right?
thrust. Mm-hmm. That will be happy there.
The colors are so beautiful and they complement each other.
Aw.
It's like a painting.
Yeah, yeah, it
It
kind of
is.
is.
It is like a painting.
Mhm. All the different layers of colors.
Yes, yes.
So this will go in the front hall of somebody's house and hopefully be springy enough for them. One more color on this side to.
Now, what are your hours? You open up at 9? Is there an 8?
So we're open generally, unless marked otherwise, 8:30 to
Mhm.
5:30. And Saturdays 9 to 3 for the spring.
Mm-hmm. Those are good long hours.
So yeah, got some hardworking people here.
Yes, yes.
Good dedicated staff.
Yes. Very beautiful.
There
Well, this is something very beautiful, Claire.
Thank
Is this a May basket?
It's a spring blooming basket is what we call them, and we have a lot of requests for them from customers. They're just a really nice gift idea to people. It's an assortment of blooming and some green plants that we assemble ourselves here.
You do all different sizes, like if I came in and ordered just a small May basket for a friend or something,
Yes. Yep.
you would do it?
Yes, all different sizes. We make sure we ask that with our customers.
Definitely, I'm sure you do.
So,
Very
a
beautiful.
nice assortment and nice bow and all sorts of little spring decorations on them.
Oh,
They make a
very
really wonderful
nice.
gift.
How did you get started in this?
As a kid, I was always interested in gardening and plants and flowers and decorating and designing, and got started working at Weston Nurseries out of high school and worked there for years. And during the winter time, when it was very quiet at the nursery, I'd come here to help them out during their busy season through Christmas and Valentine's Day. And I enjoyed it so much that every year during the quiet season at Weston, I'd come here to help out in their busy season here. So
Yes,
just
yes.
stayed for years and got to know a lot of the clients and the regular customers and the people in town and the
Isn't
regular
that
customers.
nice?
Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah. So it was
And they remember you.
a good choice. Yes, yeah, you really do build up a great relationship with a lot of people and all different parts of their life with weddings and births, graduations, proms. So first communions.
Oh, the prom season is coming up. I know
Yes.
you'll be very busy.
Yes, we are starting to get those orders in.
Really?
And,
Yes.
it's
When is the prom this year? Do you know the
exciting.
date?
May 10th.
May 10th.
Yes.
That's not far from here, is
It's
it?
not, and we are actively getting ready.
Ordering the flowers.
Yes. And we get a lot of orders for some other towns as well.
Do you?
Um,
So you go to other towns as well?
Yeah, it's exciting. We love the work. It's very different work than doing the big arrangements. It's very detailed, very, very intricate little work, and takes a whole different set of skills to do that. They're little pieces of artwork, and we love it. We have a good team that really enjoys doing that.
What I like about the May baskets is you can put them outside for the day.
Yes.
In a safe place. I have a porch and I put my flowers out there just for decoration and bring them in at night,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
love it. They last longer when
Yes.
they're outside.
We do try to do an assortment. We'll check with customers first too, but we like to recommend doing an assortment of plants that some can be kept inside to enjoy, and then have some that also could be planted outside to enjoy and to grow into their yards and into a landscape that they already have. Some bulb plants, after the people enjoy them in the basket inside, they can take them outside and
Yes.
plant them in their garden and have them for years.
Oh, very nice, Claire.
Ivy plants and the hydrangea can be planted outside.
I love geraniums.
Yes,
I love geraniums. Yes, yes.
We'll be getting some of our annuals soon, after the threat of frost, but we definitely will be getting some of those.
Very good. Welcome to Senior View. Today we have a very special person here, Phyllis Proyer, and she writes the most beautiful poetry. A poem speaks to each person individually. You hear the words, and it means something to you. So it's like a personal message from Phyllis to you. So let's listen to her. Phyllis, welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Pleasure to be here again.
Thank you.
I saw a cardinal today, scarlet contrast against old snow. Why do some birds seem so wise? I mean, how did he know? The fresh water in my bird bath had not yet turned to ice. He took his fill, then nodded, as if to say, "That's nice." He helped himself to my feeder, scattered seed upon the ground. Other birds and squirrels will have a snack once found. Then he took wing, and to my window the lovely redbird flew. And before he turned toward the sky, I think he said, "Thank you."
Beautiful. Beautiful.
A lot of my poems are about families and friends and good memories, which we all have. And this one means something special to me. My favorite aunt passed away this year. She was 93, and oh, the family stories she passed on to me. She was 15 when I was born and already had a beau. The following year he enlisted, World War II, you know. She was in junior year of college when 4 long years passed by. I was just a little girl when I first saw her cry. She didn't have a boo-boo. There were tears of joy. Her beau was coming home to stay, now a man and not a boy. They were married on St. V's Day, the first one I remember. My favorite cousin Milo was born in late December. St. V's Day always special to my uncle, aunt, and me. They celebrated hugely their anniversary. On the day they married, they gave me a necklace with 1 pearl. They added to it every year. I was their flower girl. My Uncle John passed in his sleep a year ago today. My favorite aunt missed him so much. She simply slipped away. But I have my rope of pearls, soft white, just like a dove. On St. V Day, I wear them. It's a symbol of true love.
Beautiful. Oh, how beautiful. What a tribute to them.
And I get too sensitive sometimes when I'm reading my own poetry. That's embarrassing.
I can understand it.
But here's one on a different note.
Okay.
My friends have 2 cats, one for him, one for her. Yet she's the one to feed them, scoop their litter, brush their fur. The cats love all the holidays, new toys with which to play. A New Year's horn, a turkey feather, a tiny plastic sleigh. But today they're wrapped in velvet ribbon. They've chewed on ivory lace. They rolled a chocolate across the rug and got in Mary's face. She unwrapped them from the ribbon, tossed the soggy lace, gave them both a talking to, put them in their place. Their place? Oh yes, that's what I said. They're now asleep on Mary's bed. You know Mary too.
Oh, yes, I do. Mary, yes.
Another precious member of the Hopkinton family. I met a friend for lunch just the other day. Air kisses and warm hugs were given. We each had much to say, to share, to laugh at, perhaps to shed a tear. When the 2 of us are together, the past is crystal clear. Our old neighbors in their yards, the kids all in our gang, the church we all belonged to, the songs that we all sang. Green apples in early summer, taut rhubarb in early fall, the Iceman and the Tinker, we remember each and all. My brother wearing knickers, her daddy's brand new car. Our mothers in their aprons shouting to us, "Don't go far." So many faces we remember are no longer here. It's for them that we may shed that one sweet salty tear. The past is past, and we were blessed. I know when I'm in bed, like the child that I once was, I'll dream of what's ahead.
Beautiful.
Well, you know, that's a little message for seniors, too. It really is. Too many seniors dwell on the past. Even if they had the most wonderful childhood, they seem to forget that there is tomorrow, and be blessed to take it and enjoy it. Make a phone call to a friend if you can't get out. Do an email. A lot of people do nowadays, even seniors, God bless you. Now here is a letter to Winter. Winter came to visit. I lost my smile. Faded, gone. She's been here when I get up. Pardon me. She was here when I go to bed. She still makes it to the dawn. She's made me feel impatient. My world seems black and gray. The foggy, cold, and dreary. Why won't she go away? If I dream of flowers, will that hasten spring? Is it too early for crocus or to hear a robin sing? Do I have cabin fever? I truly hate to wait, but can I last a few more weeks to see flowers by my gate? Oh, just thinking of spring flowers makes me feel a little better. I guess it won't be necessary to stamp and mail this letter.
Beautiful. Oh.
Were you interested in poetry as you were growing up?
Yes, I did. Yes. And I have written a few poems too. But you know, I'm not really a poet. It's just the feelings, they come up and you just put the words out and, you know, you put them together. It tells a story.
I wish we could hear them one day, don't you? Don't you? I think Mary should read some of hers
Oh,
someday.
no, we're going to let her do it.
Oh, please. We all know that Father Time and a sparkly hat and horn means the old year's going, a new year's being born. From January till December, all the holidays between, a fat gobbler, Thanksgiving, a jack-o'-lantern, Halloween, sparklers, flags, red, white, and blue, 3 ships that found their way. We celebrate our 4th of July and Columbus Day. A candle burning, one each night, a dreidel laying by, a manger, a tiny sleigh streaking across the sky. Hanukkah and Christmas, what the joy the season brings. And of course there's always Easter, lilies blooming in the spring. There are other holidays I know. I've skipped quite a few. But on this 14th of cold November, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of my birthday. But on this cold February 14th, may I give my heart to you.
Oh.
And that's another thing, seniors. Let's laugh at our mistakes. I do love holidays. And one poem I wrote quite a few years ago, because the 4th of July was so celebrated by my family, I was exhausted. There's no other way to put it. Back then I could stand for a long time. And so I watched the parade with my children, one in each hand, one in the stroller. And afterwards there were more fireworks. Thank God there was a lot of firemen in our family, so we got away with it. But I thought, wow, it's over. I'm glad. And I wrote this. It's called The 5th of July. The fireworks are over. The bands no longer play. The bunting and the handheld flags have all been packed away. The marchers with their tired feet can't walk another mile. The floats are gone, so bright and gay, they surely made us smile. The children with their sparklers won't run and shriek at night. They ride their shiny bicycles within our clean swept park. I did it again. Another mistake. The children with their sparklers won't run and shriek at dark. They ride their shiny bicycles within our clean swept park. But this is still the USA. our flag will always fly, and in our hearts the spark yet burns for our 4th of July.
Oh, here's something else. Really, really.
That's an old one. I belonged to a company for a lot of years, for 11 years. And in fact, I spoke to the old CEO and president just yesterday. We've remained friends. And may be having a reunion soon. First thing he said was, "Are you still writing poetry?" And I said, "Yes, Mark." And he said, "We're having a reunion, probably this summer. Will you please have a couple of poems for us ready?" And no one in the world who knew Mark would say that. The company was based here in Hopkinton too for many, many years, Market Intelligence. And it was a joy. But a lot of the people, I was the 11th one hired, and when the company changed locations and sold out, there were over 200 of us. And it was just so good because they would come to me and they'd say, "Phyllis, do you have time to write me a poem?" Or, "Oh, I just found out I'm having a little girl." She had 4 sons. She just found out she was having a daughter. So I wrote her about stepping stones in life. Some painted blue, this one pink. And she got, and she had it framed. And it was in her daughter's room.
Lovely.